I'm Scarlett Fu. This is Bloomberg Quicktake. A powerful storm that ripped across the Midwest and Great Plains with hurricane-force winds killed at least 5 people. The powerful system spawned tornadoes, toppling trees, and leaving nearly 500,000 homes and businesses without power. Winds gusted to 90 miles per hour with temperatures unseasonably warm. The National Weather Service says 21 tornadoes were reported with at least 19 outbreaks of hail, some of which reached the size of a softball.
And the system came on the heels of devastating tornadoes last weekend that cut a path through Kentucky and, of course, neighboring states as well. This killed more than 85 people. American Red Cross spokesperson Callie Edwards joining us now from Kentucky for an update. Callie, thank you for being here and glad to see that you're okay. I know you've been on the ground. Give us a sense of the situation. What are you seeing and how bad is it?
So for the past couple of days, I've been in the city of Mayfield, Kentucky, surveying the damage and talking with residents. And it is something that I have never seen before in 10 years of serving with the American Red Cross. The devastation, it just looks so immense compared to some of the other tornado responses I have served on. But what is clear is that the residents and the community are coming together to find ways to help these communities recover.
That is certainly good to hear, despite all the damage. One thing that strikes me, Callie, is that we're getting better at predicting when and where tornadoes specifically do strike, yet the damage they incur when they strike is pretty crippling. Why is that? Why haven't we gotten better at that part of it?
Well, I'm not a meteorologist, so I can't speak to weather specifically like that. But one of the things that we do know with the Red Cross is that these types of disasters continue to happen. They happen more often. And one of the things that the Red Cross, as we try to be prepared and try to prepare communities, we encourage individuals to also be prepared to know the signs of danger and heed those warnings. With tornadoes, you often only get a couple of seconds or minutes to respond. So being able to have those emergency alerts in your community or from your Red Cross emergency app can help you take cover. I spoke with one resident that had heard the tornado alert, and she immediately ran into her bathroom and took shelter in her bathtub. And when she recovered, when her neighbors came to check on her, she found that her home was in pieces. And so the time that people take to take those steps to take cover can make a difference and save lives.
And I know that you're in Kentucky, where 110 people were working in a candle factory when a tornado came through. And of course, 90 were found in the rubble of that factory after the fact. That example just makes me wonder to what extent the victims that you've heard of tend to be coming from individuals like the one you mentioned who are in their houses at the time, or is a lot of it people who were actually at work and their employers kept them there?
So I can't speak to companies and the employee situations like that. What I can speak to is that I've spoken with residents and business community members that had businesses in downtown Mayfield, and they saw that destruction, and they saw their businesses basically be imploded by this disaster. And so it's been very devastating for them, but they also are very thankful to be alive. They're thankful for the partners and community members coming together to help them start taking those steps towards recovery.
So Americans seeing these pictures are obviously devastated by what the damage that has been done to all these people who were in the wrong place at the wrong time, really. Can you give us a sense of the donations that have come in to help people in the region? What does the trajectory of that look like? And is it earmarked for this area, this region, these storms specifically?
Thank you for asking that, because I know people are looking at these images and wondering how they can help. And people are stepping up and helping to make financial donations to the Red Cross and other partners that are responding in these disasters. Financial funds help us get resources to people and who need it and who need it in place and where it's needed the most quickly. Also, people can also make blood donations in their community to help us. We're in a national blood shortage at this time. We've had the lowest blood supply in a decade. And so donating blood is a great way and a free way that individuals can contribute and help.
I wonder how COVID comes into play with this. Is that one element that's made it difficult to get the blood donations needed to help the survivors in the area?
Absolutely. Now, one of the things I will say, the Red Cross, in as far as related to the tornadoes, the Red Cross provided over 200 units of blood for hospitals in this area to help with the disaster response. Red Cross, as a national blood bank, we're able to get blood products where they're needed most. One of the keys is that people that donate today and tomorrow help make sure blood is on the shelves when these emergencies happen and hospital patients need it when they get it when they need it most.
Can you, Callie, give us a sense of where we are in the disaster relief effort? Because I know there tends to be stages in how this rolls out. Where are we in this? Are we early on, in the early innings, middle innings?
We are still early on in this response. I can tell you on Wednesday night, hundreds of people were still spending the night in 10 Red Cross and community partner shelters across the states. The Red Cross, we have provided over 7,000 meals and snacks at this point. Even like a day like today, where we're experiencing some severe weather in Kentucky, our volunteers and our partners are still sheltering, feeding, helping to provide those resources and comfort. I will also say that our team, our volunteers, are also reaching out to the people that have been affected by these storms and that have lost loved ones. The Red Cross has disaster health services, mental health, and spiritual care volunteers that are helping to make touch with these families and help provide to their emotional needs after going through such a devastating event.
Callie, final question for you. When you look ahead and kind of take a step back here, what are you most concerned about moving forward? Is it the kind of diminishing effect of relief a few months out from events like this? Is it the lack of blood donations that we're seeing? What are you most worried about?
So what I would say when these disasters happen, I'm from North Carolina. I've seen many tornadoes and many hurricane disasters in my 10 years in the Red Cross. These disasters take time, and long after the cameras turn away from the disaster, there is still relief efforts that are happening in that area. This is going to be a long recovery. There's going to be many partners, many people involved in the recovery for these communities. And so it's a busy time. Everyone is also focused on their holiday plans and season. But think about these families and how you can possibly help through a financial donation or blood donation. And if you're not able to do those, be encouraged to join us as a volunteer to help in your community as well.
Really, really helpful. Thank you. Callie Edwards, spokesperson for the American Red Cross, joining us from Kentucky, where, of course, the state has suffered so many recent natural disasters. Callie, thank you so much.